Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Force here with some more Overwatch news. Got a couple of stories to talk about today, the first of which is actually not it's Overwatch related, but it's not particularly in Overwatch, and that is a new skin that came to Heroes of the Storm for Tracer. She just got this new pool party themed skin called the Slip and Stream, and I think what's really interesting about it is, you know, she's got this bathing suit on, and she's got a water gun as well, but they even changed her attacks to be water-based, and her ultimate changed into this water balloon that she tosses out at the enemy. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is because, as you know, they've done a lot of like cross-promotion things between Overwatch and Heroes of the Storm. Obviously, they had those promos to get the Oni Genji skins and the Officer Diva skins that had you playing Heroes of the Storm, and they've got their own skins for, you know, Genji, Diva, Tracer, obviously, and Zarya in Heroes of the Storm. And some of those skins have been really cool, and we'd love to see them in Overwatch. And I think this one in particular is really interesting because of the upcoming Summer Games. Now, as Jeff Kaplan has talked about, these seasonal events, including Summer Games, Halloween, Holiday, and Year of the Rooster, are meant to be recurring. And they fully plan to bring those back every year, and we're just doing some additions and tweaks to them, maybe slightly changing some of the event brawls with them, but in particular, we expect them to add new skins. And when it comes to the Summer Games, being that it was themed around the Summer Olympics, if it does indeed happen again in this summer of 2017, it being entirely Olympics-based wouldn't make a ton of sense because, as we know, the Summer Olympics only happen once every 4 years. So I think it'd be a really neat idea if they just had it based on summer activities, pool and beach parties, volleyball, just some of the stuff that you might do with your friends or your family in the summer. So this idea of us getting like these pool party or beach party skins, like this new one that's coming to Tracer and Heroes of the Storm, I think it'd be really, really neat, and I would personally love to see it. And again, I think it makes a lot of sense because if they do add any new stuff to these events every year, which we expect them to, just adding more Olympic stuff for the Summer Games, given that the Olympics aren't even happening, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. Next up, I wanted to talk about the fact that the Rate This Match feature was removed. There was a post asking why they removed Rate This Match on the PTR. Was it because people just voted based on whether they won or lost? Now, Jeff Kaplan responded to this saying the following: "We had high hopes for this feature, but after a year of the game being live and an extended period in beta, all we learned from the feature was new players used Rate This Match more often than existing players. Players enjoy winning. Players do not enjoy losing. We want to reduce as much clutter in the UI as possible, and seeing as we were not getting tremendous results from the feature, we decided to remove it." Now, it was later asked in the thread what they were hoping for from the feature, and Jeff said to that, "We were hoping that we could correlate match enjoyment with other data over a prolonged period of time. For example, did people enjoy matches more or less after we instituted the one hero limit, or after we rebalanced a certain hero, or added a new feature?" But ultimately, no meaningful analysis came out of the feature beyond what I listed earlier in this post. So, unsurprisingly, people would rate a match down if they lost, and they would rate a match up if they won. And beyond the fact that newer players use the feature more often, that's about all they got from their analysis of the Rate This Match feature. So as a result, they decided to remove it. I must say I'm not terribly surprised. Truth of the matter is, myself included, not a lot of people like to fill out surveys or give feedback and data with stuff that they engage in, games included. People just want to play their matches and then move on to the next match. They don't want to give a response to how they felt about the match, even if it is as simple as clicking 2 buttons. What would you rate it and submit? Again, I'm not terribly surprised that they didn't get much information from it, and as a result, they decided to remove it. And then finally, I of course want to remind you that Season 5 has begun. We had the shortest period of off time with only a couple of days between the end of Season 4 and the beginning of Season 5, so it has been reset. You should have your competitive points from last season, depending on your placements, and of course, it's time to do your new placement matches for the start of Season 5. I guess it might be a little bit hectic with the upcoming balance changes for McCree, Roadhog, and Reaper, so maybe get your games in before they go to live servers if you're worried about how that might affect your matches. But either way, that is going to do it, guys, for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, as always. Hope you have a good one, and until next time, I'll see you later.